Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. General Hospital spoilers reveal a stunning twist is about to shake the canvas, and it centers around Ava Jerome stepping into a situation that not only saves Alexis Davis, but also exposes Rick Lansing's vengeful plans. What makes this storyline explosive is the combination of personal grudges, old betrayals, and unexpected alliances that tie Ava and Alexis together in a way no one could have seen coming. The layers of history between these characters make this more than just a random rescue. It's a moment that could reshape relationships, rivalries, and loyalties all over Port Charles. Alexis has never been someone who hides from trouble, but her complicated history with Rick has always been a thorn. Rick Lansing is known for being one of the most unpredictable men in Port Charles. He has a brain that schemes faster than most can anticipate, and while he occasionally dips into redemption arcs, his deep-seated grudges and jealousy often get the better of him. Rick has felt overshadowed by his brother Sonny Corinthos for decades, and that jealousy always fuels his next destructive move. Alexis, unfortunately, becomes entangled because of her own past ties with Rick, both personal and professional. She knows his manipulations firsthand, and that makes this sneak attack feel not only threatening but chillingly personal. In the upcoming arc, Rick sets his sights on Alexis as a means of getting revenge, not just on her but also on others connected to her. His tactics are never straightforward. Rick thrives on elaborate plans, catching people when they least expect it, and this time his scheme puts Alexis in real danger. The idea of Rick sneaking up, plotting a surprise strike, and trying to leave Alexis vulnerable is already enough to set fans on edge. But what transforms this storyline into a jaw-dropping twist is Ava Jerome inserting herself into the situation at exactly the right time. Ava isn't known for selfless rescues. She's often calculating, thinking of what benefits her. So when she chooses to step in and save Alexis, fans immediately ask, what's Ava's angle? What does she gain? And does this mean Ava is turning a new leaf? Or is there something more cunning underneath? Ava Jerome has always walked the line between villain and anti-hero. She's glamorous, seductive, sharp-tongued, and ruthless when she needs to be. Her past is filled with dark choices, and she has as many enemies as she has allies. But one thing Ava is known for is survival. She always manages to insert herself into situations where she comes out on top, even if it means rescuing someone she doesn't necessarily like. Alexis and Ava are not exactly best friends. They have butted heads many times, especially when their family connections and romantic entanglements crossed paths. Alexis has judged Ava for her choices, and Ava has never forgotten the condescending looks Alexis throws her way. But in Port Charles, enemies often become allies out of necessity. And in this case, Ava saving Alexis might create an unexpected bond or at least an uneasy alliance that shakes both of their lives. The spoilers suggest that Ava doesn't just stumble into Alexis's situation. Instead, Ava picks up on Rick's plan earlier than anyone else. Whether she overhears him plotting, follows a hunch, or notices Rick's erratic behavior, Ava realizes Alexis is in danger before Alexis herself does. This gives Ava the upper hand, because she has the chance to intervene strategically. Imagine Rick making his move, cornering Alexis with that chilling smirk of his, believing he finally has the upper hand only to have Ava suddenly appear and throw his plan into chaos. The element of surprise would not only infuriate Rick, but also show Alexis a side of Ava she didn't think existed. It isn't often that Ava chooses to save rather than destroy, and that twist will make both characters reevaluate what they mean to each other. Alexis's reaction in that moment will be layered. She's someone who always prides herself on independence, on not needing rescuing. But in this case, Alexis has no choice but to accept Ava's help. That creates an awkward but compelling dynamic. Alexis, who has often criticized Ava's morality, suddenly finds herself in Ava's debt. That tension will linger long after the danger passes. Will Alexis openly thank Ava, or will she struggle with the idea that she owes something to a woman she has distrusted for years? On the other side, Ava will almost certainly use this rescue to her advantage. Ava never does anything without keeping score, so Alexis should expect that Ava will remind her of this moment whenever it suits her. This could plant the seeds for future storylines where Ava demands favors or alliances, knowing Alexis can't easily say no. Rick, of course, will not take this interference lightly. His ego is fragile, and being outsmarted by Ava Jerome is the kind of humiliation that only fuels his vengeance further. For Rick, this isn't just about Alexis anymore, it becomes about Ava too. Suddenly, he has two enemies standing in his way. And when Rick feels cornered, he doesn't back down. He doubles his efforts. That sets up a dangerous triangle of manipulation, where Rick tries to get revenge. Ava maneuvers to stay one step ahead, and Alexis is stuck in the middle trying to protect herself and her family. The fallout from this single rescue scene could ripple through weeks of storylines, pulling in characters like Sunny, Nina, Sam, Christina, and even Laura, depending on how far Rick wants to push his vendetta. The brilliance of this setup is that it forces characters into unexpected roles. Ava, often the schemer, becomes the savior. Alexis, the strong independent lawyer, is suddenly the one needing protection. And Rick, who constantly wants control, ends up losing it when his plan collapses in front of him. These role reversals make the drama even more compelling because they challenge how the audience sees each character. Fans who usually despise Ava might find themselves rooting for her. Viewers who typically trust Alexis might see her vulnerable side in a new way. And Rick, once again, proves why he is one of the most frustrating yet fascinating villains in Rick's sneak attack. Even more unsettling is the way he approaches it. He isn't the type to just lash out physically without a plan. Rick often mixes intimidation with psychological warfare. He knows Alexis's weaknesses. Her family, her history of poor romantic choices, her struggles with alcoholism. Rick might taunt her about those vulnerabilities, trying to break her spirit before delivering the final blow. That's exactly where Ava steps in. By cutting Rick off mid-scheme, Ava not only saves Alexis physically, but also shields her from the emotional trauma Rick was preparing to inflict. That rescue has double weight, because Alexis doesn't just escape danger, she escapes humiliation. And for a proud woman like Alexis, that matters even more. As this storyline develops, the big question is whether Alexis and Ava will form a real alliance, or if this moment remains a one-time event. General Hospital thrives on unlikely partnerships, and fans love when two characters who dislike each other are forced to work together. Ava and Alexis could end up teaming up, even reluctantly, to keep Rick at bay. Imagine the banter, the sharp exchanges, the constant mistrust, but underneath it all a slowly growing respect. This kind of pairing creates fresh drama without relying on recycled plots. Both women are strong, intelligent, and resilient, but they approach problems differently. Ava uses cunning and manipulation, while Alexis uses law and reason. Together, they might be unstoppable against Rick's schemes, but whether they can truly trust each other is the heart of the drama. On the other hand, there's always the chance Ava uses this rescue for her own benefit. Ava could easily turn around and remind Alexis of this moment whenever she wants leverage in future legal battles, family disputes, or social rivalries. Ava is not a saint, and no matter how noble her actions seem in the moment, she rarely acts without a self-serving motivation. Fans will be left guessing. Did Ava save Alexis because it was the right thing to do, or because she saw an opportunity to hold power over her later? That ambiguity keeps viewers hooked, because they can never be sure where Ava's true loyalties lie. Rick's downfall in this arc could also open doors for other storylines. If his sneak attack fails, does he go into hiding and plot his next move, or does he lash out publicly, dragging more characters into his revenge? Rick's grudges don't just stop with Alexis. He could easily redirect his anger towards Sunny, Carly, or even Sam, who has clashed with him before. The rescue scene is only the spark. The wildfire that follows could engulf half of Port Charles, leaving characters scrambling to figure out where they stand in this power struggle. From a fan perspective, this storyline is exactly what makes General Hospital addictive. It combines suspense, emotional stakes, and character-driven drama. Seeing Ava, Alexis, and Rick collide is a fresh twist that avoids recycling the same old love triangles or mob wars. Instead, it delivers personal grudges and shifting alliances that keep every scene unpredictable. Viewers will be eager to see how Alexis handles being saved by Ava, how Ava leverages the situation, and how Rick recovers from being humiliated. Every character walks away changed, and those changes ripple into future storylines in ways fans can't fully predict. At the end of the day, General Hospital spoilers make it clear this isn't just about one rescue. It's about rewriting dynamics. Ava saves Alexis, Rick fails spectacularly, and Port Charles braces itself for the fallout. Ava proves she's capable of surprising everyone. Alexis is forced to confront her vulnerability, and Rick once again cements his place as the dangerous wild card who never stays down for long. The tension, the betrayal, the uneasy gratitude. Every element is here to make this one of the standout arcs of the season. Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.